Welcome! It's been a while since I've shown my face around these parts, at least in front of the camera. It's been a good long while, but we are back playing some Sword and Shield double battles. And we're continuing our Mirror Match Best of 3 series with a returning guest, Mr. Gunn Sathorn, also known as Maletix in the Thai VGC community. I had a Best of 3 with him a few months back. He destroyed me. Gunn, GG's, well played. You could have been a bit gentler with it. So we'll see if we can get some revenge today. But before we begin, huge shout outs to both him and all of the other Thai VGC players who actually won the Victory Road World Cup this year. It's a really great achievement for those guys. I'll put the final brackets up on the screen. But yeah, I've got a bona fide World Cup winner on the channel, and I'm really excited to see what Gunn can do next season as well. I've got really high hopes for him for sure. But let's jump into it. So, very quick overview of the rules if you're new to this. Going to generate 6 random Pokemon. Me and Gunn are going to use the same 6, except the EVs, the moves, the items are going to be our personal choices. So same Pokemon but different teams, and just a really fun exercise in team building. Let's see what differences we end up coming up with. Okay, our first Pokemon is going to be Crustle. Is Crustle in the game? I believe Crustle is in the game. Yes, Crustle is in the game. Okay, so Crustle is our first one, a nice Plug Rock to kick things off. Slowmon for sure, maybe we'll see some Trick Room coming up. Our next Pokemon is going to be Tentacruel, one of my favourites, being a Gen 1 Mon. Don't really see any synergy between these two at the moment. We've got a fast, specially defensive Pokemon, and a slow, physically defensive Pokemon. Next up we have Minun. Minun is not in the game, so we're not going to have Minun. But Cresselia is, and I mentioned Trick Room earlier. That's actually a solid Mon. That's going to slow the game down though for sure, of Cresselia. Some interesting type synergy with the other 2 Pokemon as well. Next up we have Vikavolt. Shaping up quite nice. So we just drew the Cresselia, and now we've got a big threat to Cresselia, a strong bug type. I mean, we've already got the Crustle, strong bug type. So we're looking at double bug in Trick Room now, something along those lines. Next up we have Noivern. That's the black sheep of the team so far, I would say. Or is it? It does get Tailwind. And lastly, we have Breloom, which is not in the game, so let's roll again. Magnezone. I think it's in the game. It is in the game. Okay, so there we have it. Those are our 6. This is a really interesting looking bunch for sure. I've given a running commentary through picking these. It's definitely got a huge Trick Room element. It's got a faster mode as well. We've got the two speedy Pokemon with Tailwind support as well. This should be a fun one. Gunn, good luck. So here's what we've come up with. Starting in the top left, working our way through. So Tentacruel is a bit of a weird one to be starting off with. It's not a very strong one. In fact, it's pretty weak. We just put the weakness policy on it. I considered going with a toxic set, but this is what we've gone with because there's plenty of opportunity to get its policy activated, and maybe we can see some use there. But maybe not, we'll see, because onto our next Pokemon, Crustle. So this is going to be our main Dynamax Mon. Just a lot of power, and there's a lot of slow Pokemon on this team, but because of that, we're going pretty speedy with our own. So we have no Trick Room. If Gunn wants to go Trick Room, then he can, but we're opting to outspeed outside the Trick Room. So Crustle is going to be our main sweeper, our main Dynamax Mon as well. Then we've got Noivern, which has, as I mentioned before, Tailwind support, Super Fang as well, which is going to be really handy. Screech to synergize with our Crustle, and then Heat Wave because I didn't see a need for any of Noivern's stab moves. And we get super effective damage off onto Magnezone and Vikavolt as well. So I'm happy to go with the Heat Wave, and of course got that really nice Frisk ability that's going to reveal the items on the opposing side. Then we've got Magnezone. We're looking at using Magnezone's typing to seal up endgames here. And we've got Magnet Rise as well, just to avoid any potential ground moves that are going to come out from Gunn.
I did want to run Toxic, but instead of Thunderwave, but turns out that it's not a TM in Sword and Shield, which I didn't know about, so so we can't do that anymore. But yeah, that's the idea of Magnezone there. So have that in the back and seal up the game at the end, because there's not really much that can hit super effective damage, or big damage, sorry, because it's resisting so many things, especially once we get that ground immunity as well. Then Cresselia, just doing Cresselia things really. Speed control with Thunder Wave and Icy Wind with double Thunder Wave on the team. And Reflect as well to help deal with the opposing Crustle, because it's going to be a big target for those bug moves. So I'm more worried about Gunn's Cresselia and what it could do with potential setup moves and healing and those kinds of things. I could have run Taunt on Noivern, because it's the only Pokemon on this team that gets Taunt, but we're not going to. We're going to try and destroy Cresselia as quickly as we can, if possible. Anyway, that's more about Gunn's Cresselia than mine. that's what I'm predicting anyway. And then in our last slot, we've got Vikavolt with an Assault Vest. Not really much else to do with Vikavolt here. It has some nice moves, like nice coverage considering what it's going up against. The last slot could have been Flash Cannon, but Magnezone does that better anyway. So I was like, you know what? Guillotine. Let's do that, because that doesn't care about how bulky Cresselia is. that can just get the job done. So Assault Vest with Guillotine. That's the team. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so here we go. So as I mentioned, I'll be very surprised if we don't see the Cresselia in the lead. It's a good way just to feel things out and get an idea of what's going on. So, I think we are going to... We're going to go with... It might be a bit slow, but we can go with... Do I want to go slow the first game though? I mean, I do want to feel things out myself, so maybe that is the way. We're going to go Cresselia Noivern with Crustle. And let's give Magnezone a try. Let's give that a try. It's a bit of a weird lead we're going for, but these are 6 weird Pokemon, so it's always going to be weird. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of going too slow for these games that's supposed to be fun. Of course, I want them to be fun to watch as well. But it's the smart thing to do. If we can get a read of what's going on in the first game, then we can hopefully get a win and then speed up game 2. No Cresselia lead. I'm very surprised. So, Magnezone Noivern. So we've got the full shiny team, of course. Both of us getting information now. Citrus Berry leftovers. So no Sash on the Noivern. So I guess that's probably on the Tentacruel, you would imagine. Now, we'll go straight for our speed control. We might see just damage just come out from Gunn, but we might see a Tailwind, so we'll see what happens. He's going to need to double our Noivern to get rid of it. Wondering if we'll see a Turn 1 Dynamax as well. So we don't. No Turn 1 Dynamax, just a Tailwind. Cresselia now outspeeding. Not doing as much damage as I thought it might. Substitute. Okay, this is yeah, very unexpected. Into the berry as well. And light screen, so we're seeing screen support. Which we've got a screen of our own, but it is Reflect. Leftovers, Magnezone as well. So we're both rocking the leftovers. Okay. So I'm content to just go with this. We'll keep up the Icy Wind pressure. We've got the Super Fang as well. Is that going to be enough to break the sub after the Icy Wind? actually not. And a Super Fang in return, so yeah. So we've both got very similar ideas, which I'm not surprised by at all. Super Fang is a really solid option when you're going up against a Pokemon like Cresselia. Okay, so that's not even a 2-hit KO. I mean, it's very close, so it could just be a roll. But we're going to do the same thing again. And we're going to bust out the Heat Wave instead of the Super Fang this time. So running the Heat Wave because, yeah, we get the super effective damage onto Magnezone, onto Vikavolt as well. Much preferred to the Dragon coverage, which I didn't think was bringing that much. Other than a super effective hit onto Noivern, which I thought would be quite easy to take down, but looking at the way Gunn's playing it, it's actually not as easy as I was anticipating. Still decent damage, even through the light screen. And we break the sub as well. So if we do see Tailwind, which we don't, okay. I'm pleased with that. Yeah, I was worried that Gunn might have been staggering his Tailwind, which would have been a nice play. But going for the Super Fang instead into our Berry. Cresselia hanging on. I mean, from here, I think we just do the same thing again. Do I want to keep Cresselia around? I don't think I do. So this might seem like a bit of a strange play. But I'm actually going to Thunder Wave the Noivern. Okay, yeah, because this was why I wanted to actually lower its speed when it come back in at a later time. But Cresselia is coming instead. Okay, we get the knockout onto Magnezone. Oh, we get the burn. That's the only thing. I mean, not that's bad. it's not terrible. But yeah, Thunder Wave's not helping us out there. At least we got that residual damage. So yeah, now the Noivern's free to come back in and potentially get a Tailwind up. So I'm interested to see what his last Pokemon is. Maybe we've brought the same four. Okay. I believe we're still... No, we're not. Our Tailwind just ended. So... we're going to pull the switch now. We've got lowered special defense on Cresselia as well. We'll go for that Super Fang. I expect Noivern may not survive the turn. This could go so many different ways. We could see a Trick Room, Gunn playing towards a Trick Room endgame. We could just see an Ice Beam or an Icy Wind come out as well. Taunt, so as I was saying earlier, yeah, so Noivern gets access to Taunt. That's unfortunate for sure. So Trick Room does come because I wanted the I wanted to be able to Magnet Rise, but we can't now. And yeah, Gunn potentially reading into a Tailwind from us there, but I wasn't going to give that away so easily. Okay. What do here? Okay, I feel like if we get rid of the Noivern, I think it's got to be the Crustle in the back, isn't it? I wonder if we see a healing move on Cresselia as well. So Noivern switches out, so we're going to get 3 damage on whatever comes in. It's Crustle, so we brought the same for both, no surprise there. But playing them very differently. Yeah, we do see the Moonlight. That's unfortunate. This could be a slow end game. Yeah, that taunt from earlier really causing us problems. That's a lot of damage though. Wow. Okay, so we're actually going to switch Cresselia here. We're not going to put a double switch. We'll just go straight for the Heat Wave. Although I don't expect Noivern to live this turn. Okay, we're finally seeing the Dynamax. Yeah, this is why I did this series. I think it's so interesting to see the same 6 Pokemon but run in different ways. And yeah, we brought the same 4. We have similarities as you would expect, but we also have big differences as well. Max Rockfall comes out. That's got to be into Noivern, I guess then. Yeah. Oh, we need to survive this Trick Room somehow. I really thought we'd see a Max Quake come out there. Another Moonlight. We've got the Sandstorm and the Burn chipping away. We're getting low on HP. Now, I might have to just bring in Magnezone. Yeah, I think I do. I think I have to bring in Magnezone, and we have to conserve Crustle. Try and wait out this Trick Room. So how many turns left though? 2 turns. Okay, so we'll attempt to get a Reflect up. If we see a Max Quake come out though, that's going to be disastrous. Do I want to reveal the Magnet Rise? I mean, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Max Flutterby, okay. I'm okay with that. So we get the Magnet Rise off. We haven't seen a ground move come out from Crustle though. So maybe it doesn't have one. And Psyshock, which we should take no problem. Yeah, there we go. So a move you don't see too often, the old Magnet Rise. So we're now immune for 5 turns to ground type moves. So in case he does have one, we won't have to worry about that so much. And if you look at the moves he has got, of course you've got the Bug move and the Rock move. Magnezone is now sitting quite pretty. So as I mentioned earlier, the typing of Magnezone in the end game is going to be crucial. So we'll just protect, sort out the last turn of Trick Room. We can... Do I want to Flash Cannon? If there's a weakness policy, but we're not going to knock it out because we're at -1 special attack as well. So I think maybe we just play it safe, go for the Thunder Wave. Helping Hand. So we might see a Rockfall into Crustle then. Could also have a fighting move as well. Okay, so the max Rockfall. Still does a lot of damage. I mean, from here, I don't have to max. I don't have to max Crustle. I could max Magnezone. Because everything's low enough that we could start. That we could just knock them out, even with the special. With the special attack drop. I think that's probably what we do. Get the Steel Spike as well. We get a defense boost. So Crustle's switching out. So our Life Orb's been revealed, but that was going to get revealed anyway at the end of the turn. Or during the turn. So yeah, I think we're okay. I think my Magnezone doesn't have Dynamax level increase because its HP its HP only went up a little bit. But we get the KO. That's good to know. Maybe I won't be maxing Magnezone again if I can help it. And then our X comes out. That's in Cresselia. So it's going to be the opposing Crustle against the world here. And we've still got the Magnet Rise. We haven't seen any ground moves, but we're immune to them nonetheless. So Crustle comes back in. And we'll go straight for the same again. Okay, and it's a forfeit. It's a forfeit. So a close one, a bit tentative at times, but we managed to pull out the win. GG's Gunn. On to game 2. Okay, game 2. Game 1 was a bit slow with the feeling out process. Game 2, we're going in. We are going in. What are we going in with though? That's the question. We're going to go balls to the wall, I think. It's going to be Noivern in the lead, alongside Crustle or Tentacruel. I'm not sure which yet. And then we're going to bring whichever one doesn't lead in the back with Vikavolt as well. Or do we? Is it worth bringing Tentacruel yet? I don't think it quite gels with what we want to go for. So maybe it's just Noivern Crustle with Vikavolt. And we'll do it. We'll bring it. We're going all in anyway. We might as well bring the offense. So we're leading what we're leading because we're going to try and catch him out with some Screech stuff plus fast Crustle and just go from there. So Cresselia Crustle. This is a showdown and a half, that's for sure. Mental Herb. And weakness policy, so I'm glad that we didn't go for that flash cannon in the last game. Okay, so I mean a Super Fang plus do I want to Screech, do I want a Super Fang? It's got to be the Super Fang, right? With 90 accuracy, just a little bit more. So we'll do that. And we're going to max, go straight for... Yeah, we'll do it. We'll go straight for it. I think we might see a switch to Magnezone, but if we do, we'll lower the special attack anyway. We do see, so it is Magnezone coming in. We still get the special attack drop. I was not going to be going for the Max Quake into that slot. That's for sure. I considered going for the Rockfall, but we didn't. But I think this is going to set us up quite nicely. I do have to be careful of the weakness policy on subsequent turns. So double Dynamax here. All in. We missed the Super Fang. I mean, it wouldn't have been enough to KO anyway, but still, that's, yeah, not ideal. I'm a little bit worried now because the end game Cresselia could really mess us up. Now, the Rockfall comes out. Where is this one going? Into our Crustle. And we actually hang on. Wow. Breaks out our Sash on our Noivern as well. Wow, okay. So we've got choices to make here. Is that Magnezone faster than Crustle? Because we're pretty much max speed on Crustle. I think it's going to be faster though. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I don't think this is going to knock out. But it's Life Orb, and it is coming off of Rock Wrecker as well. So it's as strong as it can be. Yeah, not quite enough, but still not insignificant damage. So the weakness policy goes off, but from that range, it's not the end of the world. We knock ourselves out with Life Orb Recoil though. Yeah, that late game Cresselia might be causing us some issues. And that's not too bad actually. That's actually quite handy. Well, apart from the special defense drop. Of course, yeah. The Rockfall's going to take us out anyway. So we're down to our last two. Vikavolt and a Tentacruel. However, if there are two Pokemon that I need right now, it's going to be these two. I don't know if we can knock out the Crustle from this range with No, we should do. I mean, you've got to bear in mind that it has the special defense boost from the sand as well, but we should be able to, right? There's no way. We're actually threatening a potential double KO. Oh, we need to hit the Hydro Pump now. I don't have Scald. Oh no. I forgot that I built this to max it. Okay, so here's the plan. We need to knock out the Crustle. Magnezone then needs to activate our weakness policy on Tentacruel, and then we knock out Magnezone. Magnezone switches. That's a nice switch. It's going to be into Cresselia. Yeah, that's a good switch. So Gunn reading into that Mud Bomb all day long. And we don't get our weakness policy activated either. So Crustle's gone. We take a bit of chip. And yeah, it's not looking great. It's not looking great. However, we do have a way. It looks a bit like this. We need to hit the guillotine, I think, to have any chance to pull this one back. We don't, unfortunately. Light screen goes up. Side shot comes out. Okay, we're getting another shot at this. Now the interesting thing is, our Vikavolt is fast. No, we've got Tailwind up. That's why. So that's not something I can rely on in future. I'm going for the same thing again. We're getting another shot at this Cresselia. And I mean, not really much else we can do. I guess just Hydro Pump into Magnezone. So it should take this no problem. Yeah, decently well with the light screen. We missed the guillotine again. Flash Cannon coming out. Okay, so I think Gunn's banking on this Psy Shock knocking us out. Which it might do, because it's attacking the defense stat as opposed to special defense. Doesn't knock us out, so we get our weakness policy activated. Okay, so if we can hit the guillotine on the third try, and because our Hydro Pump is threatening knockout now, I think, onto Magnezone. Tailwind's gone though. I think it's got to be this, right? We've got to protect, because if he switches the Magnezone into Noivern, then we would just lose Tentacruel anyway. So we don't see a switch. Miss again. Why? Okay, so we're getting all of the chances to hit. It's just not happening. Okay. Now I'm not sure if I don't think that's in Hydro Pump range. But we've got to go for it, right? It is in Hydro Pump range. Okay, come on. This is what, the fourth one? We miss again. I just need one. I just need one. That's unfortunate. Oh, I think it'd be a tough ask anyway. It's good to know our Vikavolt's faster. Vikavolt be Vikavolt in the end game as well. I mean, you know what's coming. Gunn really thinking this one through. Okay, come on now. Oh, we miss again. Wow. That was a lot of damage. Okay, it was a critical hit. I was wondering if that was choice specs, because that was a lot of damage, even for a crit as Life Orb. That would explain it. Okay, so it didn't pan out, unfortunately. GG to Gunn for game 2. It's going to go to a game 3. Let's see who can win this set. Okay, so game 3. Game 2 didn't quite work out. The Crustle in the lead from Gunn was not ideal. So I think we've got to go back to Cresselia in the lead, because we have Reflect, which is going to go a long way to dealing with that should we see the same thing again. Yeah, probably Cresselia. Noivern again. We've got to be careful though, because I don't really want it to go to Trick Room. If we can help it. I think we can maybe lead something like this with Magnezone and Noivern again. Noivern was pretty good game 1. we'll give this a go. So, no idea what to expect. Yeah, that lead Crustle though was an issue for sure. Disappointed we didn't get to see the Screech stuff happening, but yeah, it was never a 100% game plan with what would be accuracy of those kinds of moves and all that. So, no Cresselia, which I'm happy to see. I know it's in the back. However, our Crustle is threatened by Magnezone right now. We could see Gunn pull a switch again, but we also might not see Gunn pull a switch. So we're going to bring in Magnezone. Yeah, we're bringing Magnezone. We might be maxing Magnezone again. We might even just see him double into Cresselia. I think I'd say that the ball is very much in Gunn's court here. I could easily see a Cresselia switch into the Magnezone and then the Max Rockfall into our own Crustle slot. Okay, so no switch. So we see the Dynamax turn 1 again. Hopefully we can survive this turn with Cresselia, with both our Pokemon, but with Cresselia especially. Because if we can, we'll get some chip damage down in subsequent turns, and then try to sweep with our own Dynamax. So Rockfall comes out. Then we take that, no problem. Nice. So that worked out as well as it could have. I think we probably just see the Max Flutterby come out in the next turn. We still haven't not seen a Max Quake, but I think Gunn's going to be content with trying to get rid of Cresselia and just getting Magnezone's special attack lowered, which makes a lot of sense to me. I could switch in Noivern. I'm breaking the sash if I do that. But yeah, I think that's okay. The question is, do I want to Thunder Wave or Thunderbolt Crustle? We'll Thunderbolt it. So, if Gunn's read into this though, and he's gone for that Max Quake, Body Press, okay, yeah, makes sense. Was not expecting it, but it's a good move to have. Yeah, so we do see the Flutterby come out, which we take well enough. Now, the question is, honestly, I would like to keep Noivern around, but at this point in the game, I can't afford to just keep on switching. We'll go for our Super Fang. We're going to bring Cresselia in again. Oh no, he's got Magnet Pull. Oh no. Okay. Same thing again then. He's got Magnet Pull in his Magnezone. Now that I know that, I mean, it's game 3, but all this time I thought he had Sturdy. Oh, he's got double screens as well. Yeah, not amazing, not amazing. So we might just get out bulked in the end game here. That's Nivern gone. But now is our opportunity. We've got to get Crustle, and we don't really have a choice. I mean, we might just get flash cannoned by the Magnezone here. We could go for the Earthquake into that slot. We're not guaranteed to outspeed it though. I wonder if that will knock out. It may not. We're going to go for it. We're going to double the Crustle. I'm not convinced that the Max Quake would knock out in one hit. We do have the special defense boost on our side as well from the Sandstorm, and will be further boosted by this Max Quake, assuming that we move in time. So just the body press, still doing good damage. Doesn't even knock it out. Oh no, oh no, oh no. So I think it might be too little too late, unfortunately. Stone Edge. So from here, we know that Gunn's Magnezone's faster as well. We go for the Flutterby. We'll go for the Flash Cannon as well. On the off chance we can get a special defense drop. I think this is going to knock out. Yeah, it does. So hence why we've made the play we've gone for. But we're going to knock it out before it can move anyway. Yeah, that magnet pull messed us up as well in this game. So we're down to our last two. And Gunn's got switching advantage still as well. So yeah, this is not looking great by any means. Gunn's played it really, really well. Sandstorm ends. We can get that set back up. Okay, we've got a pretty much full health Cresselia. But from this range, I think Flash Cannon might just get the job done. No, we're essentially at a +2 special defense though. So maybe not. Now, we'll go straight for the Rockfall. We should outspeed. We might just see Magnezone switch here as well to get rid of those drops on it. I think this is the right play. It's going to be a slow end game, but I think we're in some trouble. So Vikavolt going for Protect. Maybe timing out there. And I think that, yeah, our Crustle's just not healthy enough with the HP level it's at as well. I think now we'll see the Cresselia switch in. Yeah, I can't see a way out. I mean, Rock Wrecker's got a recoil turn as well, a recharge turn. So, I think from here I've just got to go for it, right? I've got to go for the Earthquake. Yeah, I think I've got to go for the Earthquake. But I fully expect to see the switch here. So Vikavolt's the one switching. Okay, this ain't over yet. So we should outspeed. And Magnezone was the thing that I was going to have trouble getting rid of. It still survives. Okay, GG. GG. I cannot believe that. I know Reflect is up, but still, I thought that would knock out, considering it's 4 times super effective. Yeah, that's that was a surprise for sure. Reflect is now gone. Too little, too late. Yeah, no, we're not going to win this. He's got recovery as well, so I've got to concede. GG's, well played, Gunn. Really, really well played. That was really, really tough. Oh, I was hoping to avenge the loss, but no, we're 0-2 against Gunn. We'll have to wait until Scarlet and Violet come out, I guess, and then try again. But again, huge shout outs to Gunn. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a while since I played, and it's hard to find people to play with nowadays. So I really appreciate you coming on again. It was a ton of fun, and again, congratulations on the World Cup victory. Anyway, guys, you take care, and I'll see you in the next video.